Hi, I'm David Xiang. I'm 17 and I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. A lot of people look at my face, my last name, and they automatically generalize me, stereotype me as just another one of those nerdy Asians, one of those people whose only purpose in life is to make their parents proud and to provide for their family and children. They're not wrong, but sometimes, honestly, I wish people would realize there's so much more to me than my perfect grades and my slanted eyes. And I think poetry has helped me start to realize and accept that. I first started reading and writing poetry in 9th grade as sort of a coping mechanism, a therapy to help fight off my fears, my doubts about not fitting in, not being popular, as we had just moved to a new city and school and I had absolutely zero friends. But somehow, somewhere along the way, poetry taught me that being myself is okay, that the true me is the best me, and that I have nothing to fear for being myself. And with that, poetry has become something that I will always cherish for the rest of my life. I've discovered that my writing style is very personalized. For example, I love to use alliteration to set a specific mood and atmosphere for each poem, to create an intimate environment for the reader so they can use the sounds to relate to their own emotions and enhance the poem's impact on them. I believe good poetry must read and sound smooth, and that when this is achieved, we have poetry in its most raw, most touching, most powerful form. I also like to use mythological, literary, and animalistic allusions throughout my work because I enjoy seeing the connection with my thoughts and with those already published. And I always chuckle at the aha moments that readers get whenever they finally realize the connections. I believe writing poetry is a lot like playing the piano. You have a predetermined set of rules and tools at your disposal. Things to mold your creativity into something tangible, something concrete, something that can be perceived by all the senses. But poetry has limitless limits, whereas music is confined within 12 notes. Poetry is pure inventiveness, pure personal flair and imagination. And as Ralph Emerson once said, only by believing, trusting, and following your own thoughts can lead to true genius. And this is what I believe poetry is all about. It's a vehicle to discover your own personal, custom genius and to be able to share it with others. This is why I love poetry as a method of writing. Because not only do I get to resurrect old memories, but I get to relive them, to learn more about my personality, and to mature as a human being. This is also why I'm so attracted to poetry, because it's so free, so adaptive, so genuinely 100% me. All my poetry is based off fragments of my life. When I go back and make edits and drafts, I'll always have new experiences, new memories to scribble in. My poems are always changing, always morphing. And the original idea for a poem will most often end up being written in a completely different perspective. This is what makes the writing process so exciting and addictive for me. Because I really get to establish a living, interactive relationship with each and every poem. And they in turn challenge and inspire my imagination. Writing is a lifelong passion. It's not a competition. It's a personal marathon, a test against time and social norms. I would love the opportunity to share my work with others and to be able to leave them feeling better and knowing more than when we first met. I've never had the opportunity like this in my own school and community. Sadly, there are precious few here who appreciate poetry the way I do and wanted to share and discuss it like me. That's why this program is so important to me. That's why I'm so passionate about this. I've never wanted anything so bad in my life. I've just never had an opportunity like this so far in my life. But I also know life's unfair, that sometimes certain life-changing events can be decided by something as trivial as a coin toss. But whatever happens, I don't want to be generalized. I don't want to be a mimic of anybody, not even remembered as a Frodo Baggins or Odysseus. I want to live my life the way I see fit, to dedicate my one chance at life to something I'm passionate about, to live for myself. But I know that poetry will always be there for me, no matter what happens.